Right, so I said I was never going to do a gear episode, but let's be honest, that was never going to last, was it? Probably all middle-aged men, when you get into something, you have to get all the gear. I mean, what's the point? Otherwise, you need to look the part to be the part, right? That's what they say. I mean, it's a cliche for a reason. It's quite hard to back that up with the skills. There is a problem with that, though. I'm an absolute tight ass and known as by cheat, by twice guy. Well, that's what someone I live with calls me, and I think after many years, she's probably right. You know, why buy the right thing on the first go when you can buy it like 2 or 3 times over and still only vaguely be right about it? So in the summer of 24, after months of playing on the range with the range clubs, I'd come to the astoundingly smart conclusion that a club is a club is a club. You know, which typically sounds exactly like the other thing someone who knows absolutely nothing about golf would say. So I did obviously the only sensible thing, and I went on eBay and bought the cheapest £100 bag with clubs in that I could find. I didn't know about fittings, loft, lie. I just know I wanted to have my own bag, stand there looking like a golfer with absolutely no way to back it up. So I bought a bag, and in it were some ancient Mizuno MX-15 irons, an old TaylorMade driver, a Mizuno 3 wood. The driver was 9.5 degrees, wildly optimistic, I know. Had a couple of hybrids, and it also had a chipper, which I still think sounds like a completely made up thing, and an Odyssey 6600 putter, which was actually pretty nice. And obviously, almost nearly all of it was completely wrong for me. It was pretty unforgiving stuff. Kind of like learning to drive, but in a forklift. But weirdly, because those clubs were so unforgiving and wrong for me, they did actually make me play better, because you just play with what you've got, right? And you start hitting it okay, and I kind of got all right. I got less sort of terrible, but then you do also hit a ceiling where you thinking to yourself, there's got to be some tech, or things have got to have moved on, or help people at my level, people that like to hit it onto the fairway. So naturally, I took months of in-range data and pumped it all into the robot and asked ChatGPT to tell me what I needed. Insane thinking about it, but again, I didn't know what fitting was, so that's what happened. Like a madman, 5 minutes later, I was back on eBay buying some Callaway Razor High Loft Senior Flex. Literally the single most forgiving set of irons that existed at the time. They helped massively, like accuracy went up, scores went down. It was like insane. Changing out the irons was a great thing to do, because it proved that the tech's out there, and there is help. So that first bag, and then slowly change a sort of few things around as well. But I think the current bag is probably a whole nother episode, because that's a wildly deep rabbit hole that I went down in a very bad way. So I may have started this whole first bag journey with absolutely no knowledge or info whatsoever, but I've finally reached that point where you genuinely think the next club's going to fix it all, which is a terrible sign, and somewhere where none of us want to be.